Oh, thank God, because our winds are lined multiple times. Boston now retrieves the puck in their own zone. Played off the boards, deflected. Southpoint now has control of the blue line, trying to dump it in. Boston plays it up the wing, off the boards. Brings it back. Cuts back again. Played up the boards. Pass will miss, and St. Denis will chase. Takes a look, passes up the boards. Southpoint trying to break out. Boston now with control. Staying with it, makes him one move, goes around one. Goes wide, cuts in the middle, shots deflected wide. Played up the boards. Southpoint trying to clear. Boston keeps it in the slot with it, shot, and a score. Southpoint turns it over, and Boston makes them pay 1-0. Face-off is controlled by Southpoint, played up the boards. Southpoint bringing it down the wing. Tries to get around one. It's in the corner now. Centering pass is blocked. And puck. Boston now has control in the neutral zone. Brings it down, shot. Geared aside. Southpoint now trying to get it out. Taken away, shot off the crossbar. And Southpoint will clear the zone and go for a change. Passes across the ice, passes back. Played down the wing, good stick there. Southpoint trying to clear the zone. Shot, kicked aside. Played behind the net. Loses it. Played back in. Southpoint trying to clear the zone again, and they do. Dump down the ice, not enough for icing. And turned over. Shot. Didn't get through again. Behind the net with it now, and centering pass is blocked. Boston clears the zone, one-on-one the other way. Makes a move, shot off the post, and kept out. Face-off won by Boston, played to the point. Cleared. Boston brings it back. Played through center. Boston with it now. Comes in. Shot off the post again. Southpoint bringing it down the wing. Turned over. Boston goes the other way. Delayed. Boston now with the puck. Played D to D. Played back across. Turnover in the neutral zone. Johnson has it. Loses it. Boston with it again. Makes a move around one. Shot. Stop. Another save. Good save. And Southpoint will cover it up. Face-off won by Boston. Played to the point. Played down low. Southpoint has Puts it around the board. Boston intercepts. Centering pass is blocked. Grabbed by Southpoint. They clear the zone for the moment. Boston controls at their own blue line. Played across. Played along the wing. Good stick there. Wins Southpoint with it. Shot on net. And it's going to be stopped by the Boston goalie. Face off won by Boston. Around the net. Stolen. Boston now takes it up the wing. Plays it to center. Brings it around the net. Cuts back. Southpoint with the puck now. Played up the wing. Southpoint breaking out of their own zone. Passed across. Deflected. Played back to the Southpoint D. Played up the board. The neutral zone. Stolen by Southpoint. Vasilinovic behind the net with it. Brings it around. Played to the point. Shot. Blocked. Captain. Shot on net. Rebound. Blocked. And shot on net again. Goes wide. And covered up by Boston goalie. Face-off is won by Boston, but Southpoint steals, coming down the wing, makes a move, shot, stopped. Southpoint now with the puck, played across, played back to the D, played up the boards, due for now with the puck. Her shot goes wide. Southpoint gets there first. Blocker to side. Boston now controls it. Headmans it up. Good defensive play there by Southpoint. It's dumped back in. Boston playing it up. Good interception there by St. Denis. Boston trying to break out again. Played across the ice. They have it in the corner. Centering pass is blocked. In the slot. Loose. Southpoint's got it and they clear the zone. Southpoint now controls. And ran out of room there. Plays it back to the point. St. Denis dumps it back in. Oh. Puck is pushed down the ice. Won't be enough for icing. Southpoint cuts back. Cleared up the wing. Southpoint trying to break out with it. Kept in by Boston for the moment. Pushed out. Played across the ice. St. Denis will go after it. Southpoint now trying to break out with it. Makes one move. Good move there. One-on-one. Tries to get past one and no call there. There we go. That'll be 2 minutes for interference on Boston.
Yes, Ella!
Southpoint will have their first power play of the game. 5:40 left in the first. Face off, won by Southpoint. Shot is wide. Southpoint trying to keep it in. Push to the corner. Battle for it. Boston plays it up the boards and cleared. Boston now controls it in the corner. Bringing it back. Turns and dumps it back down low. Southpoint now controls it. Pass to Veselnik. Veselnik gets it out, but Boston control it. Turned over. Veselnik goes after it. Lulik trying to keep it in. Here goes Southpoint the other way, down the middle. Looking for options. In the corner with it, behind the net. Looking for a centering pass. Puck is deflected up. Oh, and that's going to be another penalty on Boston, it looks like. Lulik with a shot. Good save there by the goalie. Dumped on net, tip, and that'll be covered up by the Boston goalie, but there'll be another penalty on Boston, 2 for body checking. Be a 5-on-3 for 8 seconds. Face off, won by Southpoint. Played across. Walking in. Shot, stopped. Shot on net again, goes wide. Southpoint plays it behind the net. 5-on-4 now, shot again, and caught by the Boston goalie. Face off, push to the corner. Battle for it. Southpoint comes up with it. Behind the net. Played to the point. Played down low again. Pass is blocked and now goes played behind the net. Boston trying to clear. Kept in by Southpoint. Shot on net, goes wide. Played to the point again. Shot on net, gets through, but caught. 40 seconds left on the power play. Face off is pushed to the corner once again. Boston controls, trying to get it out, kept in. Southpoint with it behind the net, circling, played to the point. Played across, deflected, oh, just wide. Played it back to the point, shot, off the crossbar, rebound. No one can get to it. Boston now will clear it down the ice. That will do it for the power play. Back to 5-on-5. Southpoint getting up with it. Boston now turnover. Boston now takes it the other way. Pass is deflected. Still with it. Shot off the crossbar again. Southpoint plays it around the boards, trying to get it out off the ref. Puck will be deflected out. Boston will go to retrieve. 2 minutes left in the first. 1-0 for Boston. Puck is played up. Boston with it now. Cuts back. Shot. That'll be an easy glove save. Face off, push to the corner, won by Southpoint. Boston will retrieve it though. Boston plays it in deep, with it in the corner now, cuts back, centering pass, kicked away. Southpoint clears the zone. No mistake there, but Boston will retrieve it. Laid up the boards, kept in. Veselnik trying to get after it, but she can't get to it. She has it now in the corner, plays it to the point. Shot on net, it's blocked. Boston now with the puck. Plays it up the boards and clears the zone, but that should be icing, and it will. Southpoint wins the draw, dumped down low. Centering pass. Loose for a second, now with it behind the net. A minute to go in the first. Boston brings it out of their own end. Played to the middle. Southpoint now trying to clear the zone. And looks like there's another. Looks like offside.
Yeah.
42 seconds left. 1-0 Boston. Boston now with it. Good stick there. Trying to clear the zone. Kept in. Shot is blocked. Shot again. Blocked again. It's in the corner now. Played around. Trying to playing it up the boards. Southpoint trying to clear the zone. They do. 2-on-1 the other way. Pass the cross. Shot. Stop. What a... Is that it? Wow. What a save there. And the score remains 1-0 Boston. It's good.
It's better now.
I'll check it during the... I think we're going to get a flood next.
I already have one or two, so...
Yeah. Like Bryn said, her internet wasn't working with her data.
Kept played.
Careful, Cam.
Kept in. Shot on net. Blocked. Rebound. Boston retrieves it. Trying to break out of the zone. And that will do it for the first. 1-0 Boston after one.
And we're going to get the flood now. So when you go like this, and then you just...
Welcome back for the second period. 1-0 Boston over Southpoint. Face off won by Southpoint. Played up the boards. Dumped in. Southpoint now controls it at their blue line. Played up the wing. Shan puts and mans it up. Johnson with it now. Turned over. Boston now controls. Stolen by Chan. Chan gets pochecked. Boston now with it in the corner. Played up the boards. Kept in for the moment. Johnson with it now. Cuts wide. Puts it on net. And looks like it will be no idea what the call is. No idea what the call is. Face off won by Southpoint. Shot on net. Gets through, but might have been blocked. Taken by Dufour. Dufour now plays it up the wing. Boston now steals it away. Brought around the net. Stolen. Put on net. Score! Turnover behind the net by Boston, and Southpoint ties it up 1-1. Who was that? Marlowe with the goal to tie it up. And this game is tied. Face-off taken by Boston. Cuts back. Played back to the D. Played across the ice. Oh, careful. Played up the wing. Controlled by Southpoint. Plays it back. Dufour goes after it. Played across in the corner. Careful, guys. Southpoint with it in the corner. Played to the point. Shot on net. Blocked. Swung around now. Boston now trying to get it out. Boston now bringing it out the other way. Cuts back with it, goes around, falls. Has it in the corner. Played out front, pass misses. Southpoint trying to clear, goes around one. Pass just missed, and Southpoint will go for a change. Oh, careful. Southpoint dumps it in. Played around the boards. Pressured. What's in front of the net? Dangerous. Turned over. Southpoint with it now. Backhander. Got it in! Just like that. 2-1 Southpoint. Gives Southpoint the lead with 12:16 left in the second. Boston out the puck, cuts wide with it, goes around the net, looking for options, played to the point, walks the blue line, shot is blocked. Southpoint now controls it. Pass is played up, clears the zone. Cut off in the corner. Boston now brings it the other way. 3-on-2. Centering pass is blocked. Southpoint grabs it down low. Played up. Kept in. Blocked away. Another shot. Stop. Rebound. Battling for it. Cleared from the front of the net. Boston trying to recycle it, but it leaves the zone. Dumped once again. Southpoint puts it off the glass and it'll get out. Johnson now trying to get it. Deflected back, and Veselinovic controls for Southpoint. Brings it around the net. Played up the boards. Pass misses. Dumped in by Boston. And the puck is played out, but that looks like it'll be icing, and it is. Face-off push to the corner. Taken by Boston around the net. Shot. Didn't get through. Played to the point. Shot again. Blocker to side. Southpoint controls now. Veselinovic dumps it off the boards. Chan goes after it. Played up the boards. Dumped back in by Southpoint. Fisher now with the puck. Plays it D to D. Played up the boards to Chan. Chan cuts in. Trying to make a move. Away by Boston. Lulich now has it in her own zone. Puts it around the boards for Veselinovic. Veselinovic will chip it out. Chan will go after it. 2-on-1. Makes one move. Veselinovic now with the puck. Checked away by Boston now within the corner. Chan battling for it. Comes out with a shot off the side of the net. Played up by Boston out of the zone. Dumped off the boards. Lulich will grab it. Played to Dufour. Dufour skating up with it. Lots of room. 3-on-2. Played across the ice. No, Boston will get to it first. Shot is blocked. Boston now with it in the corner. Centering pass is blocked. With it again. Centering pass doesn't get to anyone. Slap shot goes wide. And it's by Southpoint now. Southpoint bringing the other way. Drop pass intercepted by Boston. Now here they come the other way. Makes a move, cuts inside, shot, covered up. Face off, tied up, push to the corner. Played around the boards. Southpoint trying to clear the zone. And dumped in. Wright will go after it. Tied up in the corner. Grabbed by Boston. Played D to D. Kept in at the line by Southpoint. Boston will try again. Cuts back. Plays it off the boards. Inslee keeps it in. Dumped right back down. Here goes Boston. Boston with some speed. Played up the boards, and that will be interference on Southpoint. Boston will now get their first power play of the game. Face off, won by Boston, played to the point. Walking in, shot, and covered up. Face off will restart and won by Boston, but pushed out of the Southpoint end. Boston will reset. Pass is deflected. Boston with it at center ice. Play D to D. Pass misses. Cuts back. Looking for options. Cuts back. Does a little move. Played across. Shot. Stopped. Rebound. Stopped again. Kept out. And pushed to the corner. Good save. Played across. Shot again. Goes wide. Centered. Shot. Doesn't get through. Again and covered up. Good save by Gracie. Face off, won by Boston. Played up top. Shot. Wide of the net. 33 seconds left on the power play. Walking the line. Played across. Shot. Goes wide again. Thrown on net. It's blocked. Played down low. Play right back. Shot. That goes wide as well. Boston keeps it in. Plays it down low. 14 seconds left on the power play. Passed out wide. Shot. That goes wide again. And Southpoint will clear the zone. That will do it. Careful, guys. That will do it for the Boston power play. Good penalty kill there. Dumped in by Southpoint. Boston now with it. Cuts back. Laid. That pass will be deflected out of play. Face off, push to the side. Boston breaks out, foot race for the puck. Bring it down the wing, cuts in, shot, stop! Stopped by Gracie. Johnston with it the other way. Dumps it in. Played around the boards, turned over. Boston now within the corner, around the net, and that will be a tripping penalty on Southpoint. Face off, won by Boston. Played across the ice, D to D. Played right back across. Played across, shot. Glove save by Gracie and whistle blown. 5:45 left in the second. 2-1 Southpoint. Played to the D. Boston with it at the point. Played down low. Played back to the D. Looking for options. Thrown on net. Pad save. Boston now centering pass. Deflected. And that will clear the zone. Boston with it down the wing. Cuts back. Tied up, stolen by Chan, and cleared down the ice. Well done. Boston resets. Intercepted by Chan. Oh, and oi! There we go, and that will do. We'll go to 4 and 4 for 33 seconds. Face-off tied up. Push to the corner. Southpoint with control of it. Play to the point. St. Denis dumps it down low. 2-4 with it. In the corner. Tied up. Boston now with the puck. Bringing it up the ice. 2-on-2. Cuts in. Makes a move. Cuts back outside. Shot. Good save. I think Gracie stopped that again. Good job. 3 seconds left on the Southpoint penalty. And here's a breakaway. She's in. And score! Bella with the breakaway goal. 3-1 Southpoint now. Play to restart. 4:18 left in the second. 3-1 Southpoint. Boston now brings it in the zone. Shot. Didn't get through. Later with it in the corner now. Centering pass. Shot. Blocked. Played to the point. Southpoint trying to get it out. Centering pass. Played to the D. Shot. Goes wide. And turned over. Shot, but stopped by Gracie. Another good stop there. Face off, push to the side. Cleared by Southpoint, but that looks like it's going to be icing, and it is. Yeah?
We're smart over here, right?
Do you have anything to say to the camera? No? Oh. Dumped in by Boston. Played around the boards by Southpoint, trying to get it out. Kept in for the moment. Boston now dumps it right down low. Centering pass, blocked. Takes a whack at it. Played around the boards. And cleared by Southpoint. Boston restarts at center. Cleared down the ice once again. 2:56 left in the second. Boston now with it at center ice, crossing the blue line. Goes wide, but that'll be offside. Face off one by Southpoint. Played D to D. Played down. Pass intended for Chan. Misses her, and that'll be icing. Johnston to take the draw. Push to the corner. Tied up. Boston now with it. Centering pass. Doesn't get through. Still in the corner. Has it down low. Centering pass. Bobbles it. Played around the net. Played to the point. Played across. One-timer. And look, stopped. Chan now with it. Plays it up the ice for Veselinovic. Veselinovic chips it for Johnston. Chan with it now. She's in. Shot. And stopped. Played to the point. Shot on net. Goes wide. Played around the boards. Veselinovic trying to get to it. Ties her up. In the corner with it. Chan with it now. Playing it down low. Veselinovic with it now. Centering pass for Chan. She's tied up. Boston plays it up the boards, and it's played back in, but it will go off the roof, and play will be called dead. Face-off is at center. Boston out the puck, bringing it down the right wing. Dumped in. This Southpoint trying to clear the zone. With it at the point. Shot is pushed aside. Played around the boards. Played up ice. Southpoint clears the zone. Wright goes after it. Cuts back. Deflected off the boards. Kingsley goes after it. Boston with it in the corner. Up the point. Here comes Southpoint the other way. Right with the puck. 2-on-1. Shot. And it's rebound. No one gets to it. Cleared by Boston. Boston now going for the spring pass. Cleared by Southpoint. Played back in. And Boston intercepts it at center. Play D to D, and that will do it for the second. 3-1 after 2. Off one by Southpoint. Play D to D. Boston now controls it in their own end. Played across the ice. Lulick will retrieve the puck. Play to Johnston. Full check. Vesanovic now plays it up. Boston now with it in the corner. Good stick. Southpoint clears the zone. Shan going after it. Boston cuts back. Plays it up the ice. Vesanovic sends her back. Johnston now prevents Boston from moving forward. Boston now with the puck on the left wing. With it in the corner now. St. Denis ties her throw up. Played to the point. Tries to play it across the ice, but bobble it. Now played down to the low into the corner. Played back up, intercepted by Chan. Chan trying to break out with it. Chan going down with the wing with it. He's got one to beat. Shot, scores! What a shot by Chan. Now make it 4-1 point.